This is WHAS 11 News.
Right now at 6:30, Bardstown marks 1 year since Tommy Ballard was killed. His mysterious murder adding more questions in the long search for his missing daughter, Crystal Rogers. And it was the tragedy that led to change in Louisville. Today, the city remembers a boy who died of malnutrition, his death inspiring an anti-hunger movement, creating the Dare to Care food bank.
Clear and cold on this Sunday night, Kayla, but later on this week, of course, Thanksgiving coming up. Will that weather cooperate for your travel plans? I've got the details.
And we are following breaking news right now. Metro State confirms reports of a car crash that resulted in a vehicle driving into a home. Thanks for watching. I'm Kayla Moody. That accident happened in the 9800 block of Blue Lake Road. That's the Oklahoma neighborhood. Emergency vehicles are on the scene. We have a crew on the way right now, and we'll have the latest updates on air and online. Well, it's one of the many murder mysteries that continues to haunt Bardstown. Today marks 1 year since Tommy Ballard was shot and killed as he went hunting with his grandson in Nelson County. Ballard is the father of Crystal Rogers, the mother of 5 from Bardstown, whose body has never been discovered. Our Dennis Ting is in Bardstown tonight, where a vigil will soon get underway at St. Thomas Church.
That's right. A mass held in his honor expected to begin here in about 30 minutes to honor the father and husband who was killed a year ago today. His death still unsolved. It was 1 year ago when Tommy
Dennis, thank you. And that mass being held in Tommy's honor begins tonight at 7 o'clock. Well, it was a tragedy that led to an anti-hunger movement here in Louisville. The death of Bobby Ellis. Back in 1969, Ellis died from starvation the night before Thanksgiving. He was 9 years old at the time of his death and weighed just 20 pounds. Ellis's tragic death ultimately led to the creation of the Dare to Care food bank. And tonight, Mayor Greg Fisher, the Dare to Care food bank, and the Interfaith Paths to Peace group honored Ellis by silently walking 1 mile to the place where he passed away.
181,000 people living in Kentuckiana today lack access to enough food to live an active and healthy life, and we find that unacceptable. And that's why we're here tonight, to remember Bobby's legacy and remind ourselves that our work isn't done, and we're not going to stop until we do ensure a hunger-free Kentuckiana.
The Dare to Care food bank has been fighting
Man, he looks so daggum old.
For years in honor of Ellis. In the past year, they provided 19.9 million meals to our community. Well, a stormy Saturday made way for a beautiful end to the weekend today. Let's check in with meteorologist Jared Heil, getting us ready for a short work week ahead for some.
And chilly, but at least quiet. Did want to let folks know there was an EF1 tornado that did touch down in Gustin, Kentucky. That was not the tornado-warned storm in Bullitt County. Indeed, it was that same line of storms, but earlier over parts of Meade County, Kentucky. Again, that was an EF1 near Gustin last evening. We are quiet now. No active weather is on the way tonight, tomorrow, for really much of the next week to come, which is great news for anyone trying to travel and plan out their week ahead heading into Thanksgiving. Temperatures will be in the 20s in most areas tonight, warming into the low and mid-50s each afternoon for the next 2 days with some sunshine on the way. 37 right now at the airport, dropping out of the 40s pretty quickly. It was a chilly day, and it was a breezy day, and those wind chills were biting all afternoon. Still that wind out of the west from 5 to 15 miles an hour makes it feel like
it was biting you. That's what it was biting. It was biting your ear off.
Bedford and Litchfield. That's your feel like temp. That kind of feels like January out there, doesn't it? Here's Max HG radar and satellite. Lots of clouds early in the day, but they have scoured out. We are clear at this time, and mainly fair weather is expected as we look out toward the west. High pressure is in charge. Any of this lake effect snow will stay, of course, well north and northeast of here. This rolls right through tomorrow with Futurecast, and notice no big changes. We're expecting mostly sunny skies and a coolish Monday. That forecast for tonight.
I swear Dad was just watching this.
Skies on the way. Later on for tomorrow, Caleb, lower 50s after a start. Again, right around freezing at 9 a.m. Got that complete forecast through your holiday in a little while for you.
All right, Jared, thank you. We'll see you soon. Well, sad news for fans of country music today. Hall of Famer Mel Tillis has died. Tillis recorded more than 60 albums over his 6-decade career with 3 dozen top 10 singles. Some of his most popular songs include I Ain't Never and Coca-Cola Cowboy. You may know Pam Tillis, Mel's eldest daughter, who was performed during the WHAS Crusade for Children. Mel Tillis was 86 years old. Well, it was just 2
Wrong,
Sundays
it said
ago when
85.
detectives say Devin Kelly walked into First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, killing 26 people and wounding 20 others. That news has many churches here in Kentucky on high alert.
It's very important. You know, churches should take time to have a security assessment done. That security assessment helps them to determine what the need may be. And after determining the need, then you have to establish a plan.
Lamont Connor, who you saw just there, owns Connor Executive Protection Group in Louisville. He says following that Texas church shooting, he was contacted by a number of local churches wanting to discuss safety measures. Connor says from ushers to deacons, Sunday school teachers, and more, everyone should be involved with training on how to handle emergency situations such as an active shooter. But whether churches use volunteers for security or law enforcement should be decided on a case-by-case basis. Well, Metro Police are investigating a deadly crash that happened near Papa John's Cardinal Stadium just after 2 this morning. Police believe that this man, Sean Murphy, ran a red light at the corner of Floyd Street and Central Avenue, hitting another vehicle that had the right-of-way. Police say Murphy tried to run away after the accident, but officers caught him. The passenger inside the vehicle that was hit died at the scene, and we're told the driver of that car was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Murphy faces charges for manslaughter and leaving the scene of an accident. He's due in court tomorrow morning. Well, still ahead, teeing off for a good cause. We have the details in the golf scramble that will help feed hundreds this Thanksgiving. Plus, they call it the sweetest event of the year, the Corsair Pie Auction. Stick around for a look at some top dollar desserts. The event has become a tradition for Volunteers of America, which hosts the event every year as part of its Hope for Holidays campaign. Each golfer donated a turkey weighing at least 20 pounds and 5 canned goods. That food will be donated to local families who can't afford a Thanksgiving meal. Thanks to the golfers donated more than 4,000 pounds of turkey today and 1,000 cans of food. But when it comes to Thanksgiving fundraisers, Corsair Charities has what is arguably the sweetest one in town, the Corsair Charities' 3rd annual pie auction.
$2.75. Somebody give me $2.75. $2.75. Thank you. Now somebody give me $300 bid. $300 bid.
Well, you heard that right. $300 for a pie. The most expensive dessert went for $750. That was a praline pumpkin cheesecake. Sounds pretty good. Well, all the desserts were homemade and from the heart, but most importantly, the money raised goes to a great cause.
Corsair Charities serves over 170 organizations throughout the state of Kentucky, and we have a lot of needs during the holidays, and this is just a great way for the community to come together, enjoy some delicious desserts, and give back right before Thanksgiving.
If you missed today's pie auction but would still like to donate, you can do so online at corsair.org. A Ballard High School star turned minor league athlete visiting Louisville this holiday season to give back to his hometown.
We will be right back.
Dedicating his time to the less fortunate.
Very, very cold out there. Many areas falling into the 20s overnight. We have some cold weather on that forecast as well over the next 7 days, but a couple of chances to get outside with maybe just a light sweatshirt. That complete 7 days coming up in just a few minutes for you.
Ballard grab in minor league baseball.
Have a meal.
Angels of Anaheim this summer. Always amazed.
Well, time is flying, and a lot of folks are happy to have a long weekend coming up. Travel going on, so we're going to keep you updated all week long on this travel forecast. The good news is, at this point, much of the country is going to see some very quiet weather over the course of this week. This is tomorrow's travel forecast. Notice the eastern part of the country is quiet. Temps not too bad, 50s, 60s, even 70s across Florida, of course. Farther west, you do have a big system out in the Rockies into the Intermountain West and on the west coast. That system really will not turn into much as it moves east. This is Tuesday's travel picture. Some rain in Florida, especially the northern half of the state. Otherwise, the center part of the nation is quiet but turning colder, and that colder air is going to move in for us again by Wednesday and Thanksgiving with high temps in the 40s. More on that in a second. Here's Max HD radar and satellite. We're clearing out after those low clouds earlier in the day today. Live from downtown Louisville. Clear skies right now. Morgan and Morgan HD camera network. Temperatures in the upper 30s. That west wind 5 to 10 makes it feel like 30 degrees out there. Another cold November day around here. 30s all across this map until you head south into Tennessee. Low and mid-40s, the best they can do. And notice the lake effect snows going crazy across the northeastern part of the nation. Otherwise, it's quiet from here and southwestward. High pressure is in place at this time, and this little high pressure bubble is going to move over us for the next day or two and keep us quiet. In fact, after a cold night tonight, it's going to warm up a little bit. Low to mid-50s for tomorrow. Mid and upper 50s ahead of this sharp cold front late on Tuesday. This is a strong front, but it has no moisture, so no rain expected with it Tuesday evening. Futurecast hour by hour for tonight. Those clear skies continue, and by morning we'll wake up in the upper 20s and lower 30s. Later on for tomorrow, our high temps, again, upper 40s and lower 50s in most areas. And then moving into your Tuesday, not quite as cold a start. We'll begin the day in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Later on Tuesday, back up into the mid and upper 50s. Again, we're expecting some sunshine around, and some areas may get very close to 60 Tuesday afternoon. But by Wednesday morning, it drops off again with most folks in the upper 20s early on Wednesday. That little dip in the jet stream will keep us chilly right through Wednesday and Thanksgiving as the warm air pushes back out to the west again. Low 40s Wednesday, upper 40s. We're quiet for Thanksgiving. Here's that forecast for tonight. Fair skies, lows in the mid to upper 20s out there. We'll begin the day in the morning with wind chills in the low to mid 20s. By midday, 42 degrees, lots of sunshine, breezy from time to time, pushing us back into the 50s. Here's your 7-day forecast. Upper 50s to near 60 on Tuesday, breezy, some clouds, and then lots of sun for Wednesday, but cold. Same thing for Thanksgiving. Warming up again, 50s to near 60 by next Saturday.
All right, Jared, thank you. Coming up, it was the top 10 showdown in the preseason WNIT final between the Cards and Oregon Ducks. We have the highlights. Plus, it was a big senior day yesterday for Reggie Bonifant. Hear from the Cards running back about how he's grown the last 4 years. Next in sports.
Allen gets U of L going, gets it inside, and she lays it in. Then later, Hines Allen showing the range, hits from the top of the key from the elbow. She had another double-double, 17 points, 12 boards. But this makes Jeff Walls happy. Defense into offense. Sam Furin with the block. Cards pushing tempo. It ends with an Asia Durr lay-in. Cards led 43-27 at the half, but Oregon not going away. Fourth quarter, Sabrina Ionescu hits a 3, and suddenly it's an 11-point ball game. No worries, though, because the Cards of Asia Durr. She hits 2 big threes. She had 26 points in this one. Louisville wins the preseason WNIT 74-61. Afterwards, Jeff Walls impressed with how his team handled this 5-game stretch to open the season.
5-0, I think, shows the character of these young women that I'm working with. You know, we can play two ways. You know, when we're up at Ohio State, it's 95-90. And then it's a grinded out 74-61 against an Oregon team that's, I don't know when the last time Oregon's been held to 61 points. You know, it's a team that loves to put up points, and we just did a remarkable job.
Now staying with U of L athletics, but now to soccer, where today the Cards hosted San Francisco in the second round of the NCAA College Cup. The Dons had to beat Cal for a chance to face the Cards. We go to the 32nd minute, corner kick chance for Louisville, and Zia Fekri sends it in. That lands in the box with Adrian Cabone. He's there to tap it in for the goal. The Dons, though, tied it up before halftime. Early second half, Mo Chow bringing the ball up, crosses, and Adam Wilson snipes it into the back of the net to put Louisville back on top. Right now in the second half, this game is tied again 2-2. Well, he came to college as a Trinity quarterback and leaves as a Louisville running back and team captain. Reggie Bonifant has definitely been through a lot of changes in his 4 years at U of L, and it all culminated yesterday as on senior day, he heard his name chanted throughout the stands at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium.
That was just like a dream come true. I haven't heard it since probably like my freshman year when I was playing quarterback. So to hear it, it never had been that loud though. So, you know, it was cool to just feel the love from the fans.
It hasn't been a walk in the park for Reggie Bonifant since coming to Louisville. From playing quarterback to receiver to running back, some guys would have just had enough. But that's not in Reggie's playbook.
You know, I was just really happy for him. He's given a lot to this program. The ultimate team player, and really you can't say enough about him.
Reggie, awesome, you know, great athlete. He do anything on the field. Hands off the Reggie. Can't speak enough. positive motive.
Instead, Bonifant always saw an opportunity to be better, and now he knows it was all worth it.
I wouldn't have been able to write a better ending to it. You know, like pregame, after warm-ups, it finally hit me, all the adversity and all the things that happened over the 4 years with my family, my dad passed my freshman year and things like that. Just to finally soak it all in and see how far I've come and all the love and support from the coaches and the teammates and all the fans. It was just most of the time from the beginning of the game. And then, you know, ball kicked off, it was just about having fun. That's what we did.
Now, after trailing 21-6 at halftime yesterday, the Cats came out in the third quarter, scoring a touchdown to cut Georgia's lead to 8. It looked like Kentucky solidly in the game, but then the Bulldogs scored 21 unanswered points to blow the game wide open. And a big reason why Kentucky struggled to put any kind of pressure on UGA up front. The Cats only had 1 sack in the game, and that was also the team's only tackle for loss.
They have a lot of time because they do a nice job of throwing and mixing it up on early downs as well. You know, so they mix in the run, the pass, they protect it, and have very good wideouts, and you have to load up the box against them. As you can see, they still rush the ball too many yards, but you're putting guys up there, and then they have dangerous wideouts, and they can protect it that way as well. We didn't get them in the third and longs.
Now, the Indiana Hoosiers defense brought nothing but pressure in their shutout win over Rutgers yesterday. IU had 4 sacks in the game, 7 tackles for loss, and 5 pass deflections. Tom Allen said it was a perfect senior day script as the seniors-led defense recorded the team's 2nd shutout of the season. It's the first time 2 have happened since 1993.
The guys, really the core of the guys that started today as far as I'm concerned. And so I just can't say how much I love and appreciate them, respect them so much for believing, and appreciate that they, you know, have stayed with us. And I'm really, really proud of the leadership on that side of the football. So yeah, getting that shutout in a Big Ten game was very, very appropriate for that group of young men.
Of course, this is rivalry week. IU, Purdue, U of L, UK. Most exciting week in college football, besides bowls, I guess.
Absolutely.
Jonesy!
There'll be plenty of games to watch, but also
Jonesy!
not too much active weather. Yes.
Sorry, I thought that's where you were going.
I like the talking turkey.
I like where you're going.
It's going to be nice this week. Variable temps, cold at times, but dry for travel.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.